What's up, guys? Welcome back to my studio. I'm Manny from Lost in a Memory, and today I have a very special guest. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I am Hanz Heredia.
Not to be confused with Hans Solo from Star Wars. You'll recognize Hans. He is the lead actor on my video, Took It For Granted, and today we're going to go behind the scenes.
Yay!
We're going to tell you guys how we filmed it, give you guys a few behind the scenes stories and some Easter eggs.
I just had a taco.
Taco for granted. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback on the music video, Took It For Granted. A lot of it's about your acting, man.
What?
Dude, you took some hits to the face. Your expressions were on point. When working with on this music video, I thought, yo, I'm gonna call Hans. I need some actors. And the rest, as they say, is history. What do you say we take a look at the music video, man?
I'm down.
So here we see Hans. And let me pause it right there. That's a sweet ride that we got.
I think that was the most thing that got the most comments.
The car.
The car.
The Corvette. What is it? A Stingray?
It's
76,
the 76 Stingray Corvette. Okay, first of all, I wasn't even going to be the original
the
main
lead
character.
Oh, yeah. The guy who saves you, who saves homeless number one in the alley. That was going to be your original role.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is Alex, a good friend of mine. He was going to be the lead. Because I wrote this script like maybe a month or two before we actually started filming it, and I hit him up. I'm like, hey, how quickly can you grow facial hair like to make you look scruffy? Because of his job, he couldn't do it. Yeah. So then I'm like, all right, well, who can grow a beard? Who already has a beard and long hair? Hans right here. So
it's easy, just comes out. Yeah.
That day of the shoot, we actually filmed the casino, the gambling scene in my garage right here, and we were in a rush because Jonathan needed to go do our camera guy for the day, a friend of ours. He needed to go do another shoot, so he was in a rush, and then we were in a rush to go pick up Alex, and to make it to have sunlight. And thank God you hit up one of your friends, very nice girl.
Yes, she has a really cool car, so I'm like, hey, I know it's the last minute. Can you please let me borrow your cars for a music video? Like, if you really want it, you better film in my area. Yeah. So luckily we went over to pick it up, and we drove that,
we drove it up and down the street.
Around the block,
and in the gas station in the corner. So it worked out perfectly.
A few donuts. I'm just kidding.
I've had a thing about the color yellow. Like a lot of my marketing, Lost in a Memory. I think I wore a yellow shirt.
Dude, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, yellow
lettering.
Like, yeah. See, I'm wearing a yellow shirt in the video too. So like yellow, I don't know, has been my color.
Black
lately.
and yellow, black.
So that worked out perfectly, and the car was awesome. I filmed this on an iPhone 11 Pro Max with a little gimbal. And I'm running as fast as I can. I thought I was gonna trip at one point, so that's how it was filmed. The scenes where I'm inside this warehouse-looking thing, it's actually in my friend Christian's garage. I set up some lights that I have. They're not very expensive, and I bought a smoke machine from Amazon. So that's all the smoke right there. We were like choking while we were filming that. The purpose of this scene, originally your character was supposed to be like super rich. When I envisioned the video, I was trying to find like this rich looking like a condo or something. I was already thinking like, should I rent an Airbnb, like a really fancy place? But at the end, the story didn't need you to be super, super rich, just rich enough to where you had a nice car,
right?
Money
the
to
concept
gamble.
of being well off.
Yeah, you're slightly more fortunate than the other character that eventually shows up in the scene. And it's non-linear storytelling, which I tried in my previous video, Song of Yesterday, where it's not beginning, middle, and end, like a traditional timeline. But first, right here, we see like a flashback, right, to when you were still good. And then the song itself, once I start singing the verse, we go forward to you already being homeless, and we fill in the gaps, how you started to how you got here. Oh,
that would have sucked if you paid money for an Airbnb and everything, because there's so many scenes in this video that did not make it to this video. Actually,
we filmed a lot,
so that would have sucked for you to spend money and have the house and then just not use it at all. Well, the clip before it, when I'm digging in the trash can,
Albuquerque, New Mexico, there's the iconic Chemo Theater in the back.
So when I was there, I get a text from a friend. He's like, hey bro, you need to come, because I live near there. He's like, you need to come over here. There's this like poor homeless guy. He looks a lot like you.
I didn't even know that. You never told me that. Holy crap.
So he's across the street, and I get my text like in between the shoots, and And I started cracking up, and I look over, and he's like all staring out the window. I was like, hey, that's me, bro.
By the way, I like to take a moment to appreciate how great your costume, your outfit was, because I only said I didn't really give you a direction. I was just like, come looking homeless, and you show up with like you're dragging your little carrito, and then like ripped pants, your shirt on backwards with holes. You put coffee on your face. You put coffee on your face. Even you stained your teeth too. You let your nails grow.
I did.
Your hair, like, cause like the shoot, it took a while. You know,
all out.
I told you like, yo, we're gonna shoot such and such a date or whatever, and then you didn't get haircuts. You didn't shave your beard.
Yeah.
Dude, that's method
That's
acting.
actually, I mean, funny, but that's actually my work clothes.
Oh.
Because I work with a lot of wire and everything. It's
I'm all
ripped.
talking shit. Like, yeah, you came looking all raggedy. Like,
I'm like, what are you talking about? I dress like that all the time.
like, oh, we'll be back after these messages.
But
the song and the video have two different meanings. So, Took It For Granted, the song itself is actually about, I wrote it when I first got diagnosed with depression and anxiety and some heart condition. It wasn't even that serious, but whatever. So when I wrote it about that, like missing being healthy, you know, like I took it all for granted, and basically it's a song about asking God, basically like, dude, like I took it for granted. Can you give it back to me, please? Come on. I promise I learned my lesson. So that's a song. The video is more literal. It's like we're talking about, I guess, a lifestyle change. And right here in this part right here, we see you. Things that sometimes we take for granted. Well, before this whole COVID-19 and all that, personally, like I was of the mindset of like, you know, after work, if I had a bad day, I could just go and get some snacks. You know, today's Taco Tuesday, so today I would have gone to Sister Bar and gotten some tacos and a beer. Boom, right? Getting an appreciation that we didn't have. So back to the video here, same theme. Right here, you want that beer, right? In the video.
they have really good pizza, by the way.
I tried their pizza. It's great. Right here, you don't have enough cash, so guess what? Now you have to go work like you've never worked before. Your character has to work like never before. That's CGI rain that I.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I learned how to.
It looks so real
do
too.
I think it looks all right. In the comments, let me know if what do you guys think? If the rain looks pretty good or not. This scene originally, there was a few other real homeless guys that we met that night. They were really nice. They filmed with us.
That sign, we were filling it out with the magic marker or Sharpie, and we were both on the ground just writing. And then this one dude comes up like, "Hey, can I help you guys?" Like, but he started talking to us, and then we started talking to him, and then.
Yeah, they were really nice. They're like, if you need our help, we told them about the idea, the concept of the video. They're like, yeah, we can help you out. So we didn't need any additional scenes.
They hooked me up with a cigarette, which I don't smoke.
Yeah, he doesn't smoke. He smoked for the video. Right here, you see a little bit of fog unrelated to the cigarette coming out of your mouth, and that's because it was cold, dude.
It was cold.
Lost it all, which is a little cheeky, not too lost in the memory. But yeah, it was cold, dude.
It was cold.
And you weren't like wearing socks, right?
No.
Yeah, so kudos to you, man. I was cold and I was like wearing
you know what's
sweater.
weird? What I noticed, and because I live near downtown, and so I was crossing. I went in costume, I guess you would say, and pulling my little cart, and at the stoplight, you know, it's my green light, and I'm crossing over, and I could feel the eyes of people watching me cross the street, dude, and I'm thinking like, I wonder what they thinking, like this like poor guy, or is like this loser, like,
yeah,
you know, it could have been both. I don't know, like
you felt like that kind of like rejection, right?
Yeah,
like that
man,
kind of like humiliation.
It was a weird feeling just crossing that street, and I glance over and I could see people looking at me, and I'm just like walking like all bummed out. I was playing the role already before I got there.
Yeah, same. I learned a lot that night. You know, like it was a tough shoot. You know, I can only imagine what the homeless population goes through. You know, like having to go through that. That was just sad when your little cart falls. All right, so right here we go back in like a flashback. Originally, I was gonna add a bunch of film grain to these flashback scenes to tell the viewer, yo, this is in the past, but the viewers aren't stupid. Like they'll know. Like they're like, okay, these are flashbacks or whatever. So I didn't want to insult anybody's intelligence by doing so. And I think this scene right here is effective. You know, it's kind of like in the beginning we set you up to be an asshole, right? When you threw the bottle, you're littering, you don't give a shit.
No wife's given.
Yeah. Then we went to the part where you're homeless. So now we're like, all right, it's up to the audience to feel at that point, all right, do we feel sorry for him? Or do we feel like he's getting karma, right? So then this scene gets a lot of reactions, dude. Like anybody that I showed in person. So right here, obviously you're flaunting your money. This homeless guy played by Alex, he's asking you for money, you know, just some spare change, right? And when you guys filmed this, well, when we filmed it and you guys were acting, there was actual dialogue that Alex was giving you, like, hey man, like I just need some cash, like anything would help.
Dude, every interaction between me and him, we were actually talking.
Yeah, yeah, you guys were actually like talking, even though it's for a music video, but it helped you guys, you know, I guess channel.
We connected.
Yeah.
Dude, the scene that we didn't even use in the video where we're having coffee. We're talking about each other's lives, you know. Like, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's how he is. This is a little fucked up, dude. Like you're flaunting your actual money, dude. I think I bought fake money too for the video, and we never used it. It's probably still in the car.
I just gotten paid, so I'm like. Man.
So you were flaunting the money at your audience, at all of us?
Just my bills, basically. He's like, look what I gotta do with my money.
It won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta pay the rent tomorrow. I don't know why I had a Texan accent all of a sudden.
Well, that was weird. All right, so right here, yeah, self-explanatory, dude. You have all this cash. You're about to hand them a few dollars.
I was like, bills. How much you want, man? How much you want? I got you.
Yeah, freaking, you were giving him a couple bucks, and then did the old switcheroo. Dude, that was fucked up. Like, this gets a lot of reactions, you know, like basically you humiliated him, you know?
Yeah.
That's that. Well, I mean, when I talk about you, I mean your character, you know?
Right, yes.
You would never do that in real
no.
life.
But honestly, like, what goes through your mind when somebody comes to your head? Like, I've had both, like, poor guy, you know, everyone has their own bottom rock, you know, that might have gone in that situation, but then you think of the other end where, like, man, this fool can walk. He looks healthy.
Yeah,
you know?
Can get a job.
Yeah, so it's like, but I was a douchebag in this video, so
yeah,
I played the role.
That was your character. You're just, dang, this scene is awful, dude.
I'm all cracking. I'm like,
I'm like, laugh at him, dude. Like,
loser.
I mean, that scene, just watching it right now, I haven't seen the video in a few weeks, dude, because, well, you know, promoting and marketing it, I'm a little bit sick of it. So, not that I don't appreciate it. I just, like, you know, like, take, like, all right, video, just, we need some space, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now watching it, I'm like, all right, that was effective. All right, so the casino scene / gambling scene, this scene was shot by Jonathan as well. It was beautifully shot. I added some grain. I made the collars pop when I was editing it, and we filmed this in my garage. My garage is bright white, but I have a little black backdrop, and it's only like probably like from here to where you're standing, so it's not very wide. So we had to get really creative with the camera angles, the lens.
Trying to find that table. Shout out to my friend Michaela for hooking me up with this table.
Dude, you have all the hookups, dude. Like I bought casino chips too, and you brought a bunch of casino chips also. So
I know people, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know some people. How you doing? Just tell me.
You're like the Albuquerque Mafia. This scene originally, you know, it was meant to show the moment where you lost it all. That moment of transition from you having everything, you got cocky with your gambling. I guess your character had a gambling problem, and you gambled away every little bit of money, the same money that you flaunted at Alex. You gambled it away, and in an extended scene video that I put on my channel, not in the actual music video, we actually show you putting down the title of your car. Mm-hmm. You know, if you put, that's how you lose your car. So that sucks. But I think this scene right here is where you get this is what your character needed.
I was drinking tea, by the way.
Oh yeah, you brought freaking tea, which is amazing. So the scene was cut for time.
Dude, if that table was real, I would have really hit it, but I was afraid I was gonna break it.
It does look like you hit it with force. And then when I edited it, I added a camera shake to add even more force.
This guy's good. You know what's up?
Yeah. So a little editing trick. Yeah, because you didn't hit it too hard, but it did shake.
Well, plus it was standing on like this amp, so like if I was afraid it's gonna like everything's gonna fly all over the place.
Yeah, there was a I added a light behind you to give you kind of like a glow, and then we filled the room with fog from the same fog machine that I bought to give it more depth. In the back, it looks like you're. When I watch the scene, when I picture the scene, I picture like you're in a big dark pub like in the TV shows. Where like they get in a fight or whatever. But it's just
but there's actual gambling, like what's the word for 'em? Like incognito status.
Yeah, like underground.
Underground.
That's what I was
like
for.
that.
Yeah, that's
where
what
a lot of big, money making people go.
Oh, dude, that table was clutch, dude. Because I really did not want to buy like a table from Amazon.
All that for
this video looks very to me like the goal was to make it look very high budget, like we spent like a couple grand on it, but I mean there was no budget. Not rich. Just a guy in his bedroom making music.
We had a lot of props from people that do film and commercials, and they're like, this is very well shot.
So then the scene right here, this is it. This is the last time that we flash back. I guess I don't know. This did not make a lot of sense. Now watching it, I guess they changed your locks or something. Like your landlord in the video, I guess you didn't pay the rent, like $2 million of rent. Literally.
Well, I guess once you run out of money.
Yeah, so I guess he. And I don't think evictions do not work like this. Like that day, I think it was the day of the shoot. I got on my computer. I looked up an actual eviction notice, which you have it with you, right?
I do.
You brought it, dude.
We'll have it read a little bit.
I threw I copied and pasted most of the text, but I threw in some Easter eggs for like if you watch it in 4K and zoom in, which I don't think anybody will take the time, but if you do, there are some Easter eggs in the eviction notice.
Yeah, that's actually the back door to my casa.
Yeah. So, because at that point we were just tired. We're like, all right, we need to finish this shoot. Where can we get a house? Let's just go to your house.
Yeah.
Fuck it. In the eviction notice, it says that you got evicted for being a bitch ass, right? It literally says that. just read the good parts.
Yes, that's what it says.
So you were late in the payments of holy fuck.
Okay. Take a notice that dated August 30, 2015.
Which is my birthday.
Oh!
August 30th.
Mine's this Friday.
What? Really?
Yeah. May 22nd. You got time to save up. Why 2015 though? Just cause?
I guess so. That's, I don't know, to give you a little bit of lore. Like that's when you moved into the apartment.
Okay.
I guess you've been living there for 5 years.
Yeah. You are late in payment of the rents totaling $1,546,879. You are hereby required to vacate the premises, aka
get the fuck out of here.
GTFO.
GTFO immediately. Oh my god.
Immediately. Notification for being a
bitch ass.
and failing to pay rent. My mom will spank me. In other words, you are screwed. And this is going to be a badass music video. Oh!
So it was dated January 17th. That was when I was aiming to release the song and music video. Then I tried to do a live album.
People kept asking, man, like, when's that video gonna come out?
Yeah, when's that video that you were on? And
there was a lot of anticipation for that.
And you know what? I'm glad that I took the extra time because then I reshot those scenes that I told you about. So with a clear mind. So yeah, everything happens for a reason. So yeah, right here, you're just defeated. You're on the floor. Screw this crap. I hate my life. And then we hard cut to the alley beatdown scene. This is definitely my favorite scene. I wrote the screenplay, just an FYI. I wrote it before the Joker came out.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a scene just like this in the Joker. See, when I edited, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make it look just like the Joker. So I tinted it green. Like I looked at side by side, the Joker starring Joaquin Phoenix. There's a scene where he gets beat up by these two. No, not two. It was a bunch of kids, right? Did you see it? Did you see the movie?
I saw it once, and it was pirated.
Oh, Jesus, Hanz, don't say that.
I'm sorry. Okay. I saw it once. It was in Spanish.
Yeah, I saw the parallel, so I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna make it look just like the Joker, and it's very similar. Originally these two guys, these are my cousins that start beating you up. They were originally supposed to have like a scene, like a backstory where when you the day that you had the fancy car, you were actually supposed to almost run them over.
Oh really?
So, yeah. So you were supposed to almost run them over, because you're an asshole, and you're gonna be like, hey, fuck you guys, check out my car, you guys ain't shit, you little twerps. You're supposed to be an asshole to them. So that was supposed to be their motivation to I guess they ran into you, they found you, and that's why they start beating you up, you know. But we couldn't film that scene, and I called them that day. I guess you didn't know. The day that we had the fancy car, I'm like, hey, can you guys come and film? But our family was here from California. Well, it's more their family, their side of the family, so they couldn't come out to film with us. So I guess in the final video, they just start beating you up for no reason. I guess they're karma, which is funny because I think you can take both of them. Actually, no, they know karate, so they should have had knives. Nah, that would have been too far, too violent. They start beating you up during the bridge of the scene. This scene, it's kind of hard to watch because like that looks pretty realistic. I mean, I think it's the cuts, the camera angles. We got Alex over here. He saves you.
Your hero of the day.
The hero, you know, like the unlikely hero after you're an asshole. Right here, we have a moment where he looks at you. He's like, wait, is this who I think it is?
Yeah, like
is
that one right there. We're just like face to face looking at each other's when we realize, oh, you're that guy. Like right there, dude.
I guess both of you guys.
Yeah.
You're looking at him like, oh, you're that guy.
That's my face. Like, oh shoot.
Not you. Like, are you gonna kick my ass?
I know, dude. Like he's just gonna jump in.
Like, oh man, like
never mind.
This is karma.
I'll finish him off. Finish him.
Yeah, you're thinking like, all right, this is like I'm getting my karma. Like he's about to kick my ass for humiliating him, and he's what?
Well, now that we're back here, this part of the scene, I was gonna say that when I first saw your cousins, you know, I thought they just looked too young. Not that I could kick both of their butts, but like
they didn't look menacing enough.
They didn't, yeah, because they're both kind of skinny and I don't know, like just too young. But then again, like something like hypothetically that they could have been some gangster on the other side, like saying like, you want to join our gang, go beat up that homeless guy, because that's real life sometimes.
Yeah.
And another thing is like in the part where I was getting beat up. Okay, so when we were done filming that part, and when we were done my getting beat up scene. Now we're at that same spot, just chilling, laughing, blah, blah, blah. You guys were over there filming the part where he's walking on the sidewalk. And simultaneously, we're hearing sirens. You know? But it's downtown.
We're all joking like, oh, shit. Like,
it's downtown. Like, it's normal. It's Albuquerque. And then almost, you know, it gets louder and louder. And then all of a sudden, the sirens just stop. And we're just still talking. And all of a sudden, from both ends of the alley, there's like at least 2-3 cops, and they had that yellow stun gun in their hand.
Oh, they were ready to freaking stun us,
dude. They came like, everybody up, everybody against the wall, and everybody with their hands up, and everybody's like, what the heck, you know? And
we had this big old gimbal, dude, that looked like a weapon from far away, dude, like holding the camera. I guess, I mean, dude, that's so funny. You guys, we have a video showing the behind the scenes down in the description of how Hanz, what happened right there with the cops. You almost got arrested, dude.
Yeah, I know. Well,
they took him.
Yeah. That's good times.
Dude, I was almost crying, dude, because I was like, man, like Hanz was nice enough to like come shoot with us, and then we got him arrested because it looked like it was brutal. This scene is brutal. Watching it now, imagine being a spectator, like just a passerby, you know, just looking in an alley and seeing a bunch of dudes with a freaking camera filming a very convincing looking homeless guy, right?
Getting jacked
in
up.
An alley, just over and over. Like, I mean, I would have probably maybe called the cops too, perhaps.
See, to me, in that retrospect, I was like, why would they call the cops though? Like, you're holding an iPhone and the other guy's holding it like a professional camera. And we were there a good 25 minutes at least doing that one scene where I'm getting beat up.
I think more than that, dude. Like,
and I would even get up and like go like that, mira.
Yeah.
We're choreographing everything, and so to me it didn't make sense. Why would they call it cops? But then later on, I realized we're in a sad reality society that either A, it's somebody else will call the cops, or B, instead of people calling the cops, they film it. So maybe you guys were kicking my butt and like filming it for your own entertainment.
Unfortunately.
Freaking snuff film over here. But yeah, the cops came and they're like, everybody against the wall. And then they tell me, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, no, look, I'm okay. Like, look, you can look on his phone. You can look at the camera. We already did a few scenes at a cafe down the street. We're good. And like, oh, okay, cool. And then, here's a little fun fact. This was on Sunday, right? Wednesday.
This is not a fun fact.
Well, it is not fun. I got my apartment got broken into. So Thanksgiving, I got my apartment got broken into, and it was right after a gig too with my band. Yeah, I came home and I realized it was broken into. Called the cops. They came, and then when they left, one of them came back like 10 minutes later, and I was in the bathroom. I was like, hold on, open the door, and the guy's like, hey man, I know you've already had a rough night, but I gotta let you know you have a warrant for your arrest. And I was like, what? Why? It's a traffic violation in Las Cruces. It's nothing criminal. You just gotta take care of it. Just figure you should know. And I'm not taking you in. You know, it's Thanksgiving and you got yourself broken into.
Oh my God.
So fast forward to this night.
Sunday.
The sun's going down and
we hadn't even finished shooting this sequence, dude. Like, we hadn't shot the parts with Alex or anything yet.
Exactly. So whenever it was clarified that we're doing a music video, I remembered like, oh shoot, they're gonna see my warrant for my arrest. So I'm trying to shush them away, like in a nice way, and not be too suspicious.
Like, don't worry, officers, we're chilling.
Like, we're cool. You know,
have a great rest of your day.
I was like, the sun's going down. We got a few more shoots to do. Can we continue? And they're like, yeah, but you know, it's protocol. We got to check everybody in case there's warrants or something. I'm like, oh, okay.
At that point,
I'm screwed.
That's when he knew.
That's when I knew. And then they told me your ID, and I'm like, I don't have my wallet. I'm homeless. And I'm like, okay.
You said that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. And then?
My wallet was in that little box, and he's like, but your name and social. I'm like, all right, fine. So I gave him my social name, and they left. Sure enough, 10 minutes later, they're like, sir, hands against the wall. And I'm like, I knew it. And then that's when you guys just like blew off your heads and like,
what the fuck is going on,
dude? I could see you guys like, what? You know, and I'm like getting handcuffed. While I'm getting handcuffed, I'm like, all right, you know, I'm letting them know what happened, that I have a warrant and blah blah. It should have already been off my record. Which, by the way,
this is funny now, but
yeah, it's one of those funny now moments.
But back then it was so.
Dude, imagine I'm getting handcuffed and I'm like, this is your fault.
I would have felt so guilty. Dude, we should have fucking filmed that.
Yeah, well, they might have told you not to. I don't know.
My God, that's a missed opportunity.
Dude.
Well, whatever. We didn't know how bad it was, so I was just mortified, dude. I'm like, This guy got his shit stolen, his house broken into. Now we got him arrested. How are we gonna finish the video?
Yeah, so they're handcuffing me, and I told them what happened, and they're like, okay, you know. You're not really arrested, you're just being detained, and because they weren't sure if I was lying, you know, they got to figure that out. So they put me in the cop car, and I'm thinking, crap, I got to call a friend, somebody take care of my dog. So my mind's racing. I see you guys outside the car just looking at me. I could see you guys talking, and which, by the way, I saw the
vlog.
What he was saying,
freaking
Alex, that I had a felony warrant.
They ran our names through the system, and it turns out my man had a warrant, a felony warrant for his arrest, and they took him. So our lead actor is on his way to jail right now, man.
Oh my God.
I feel bad, man.
Oh my God.
I feel bad, man.
It was not a felony warrant, okay? I'm no criminal. It was, dude, I got pulled over because the tail light was out. That's
how it always goes, dude.
That's how I got pulled over.
It's always the taillight, dude. Damn.
And if you got a ticket, you better show up to court.
Yeah, just
Take
get
care
it
of it.
over with.
Learn from my mistakes.
Anyway, so that's the story. That's the story of this scene. I mean, there's a lot to it. Besides the theme of the scene itself, well,
a lot went on.
Yeah, it just shows how, and it's always like that, dude. Like, I haven't shot a lot of music videos, but I've shot like, I've done films, things like that, and in every single project, something always goes wrong, and like something goes, I guess, wrong and like not according to plan. You know, like my previous music video song of yesterday, a lot of the footage got deleted, man, because the guy that helped me film it, he wasn't very careful, and he lost a lot of the footage, and I was livid. But thankfully, I was still able to craft a music video. Like I had the key components of it, and I had to do some reshoots
For another video.
for the one before this one, Song of
okay.
Yesterday. Yeah. So every single project I've done, something goes weird. But thankfully, that night, you know, they released you. I guess they felt bad. You know, they're like, these are just some kids trying to make a video, I guess. All right, we're gonna let you go. And we were just so happy. By that time, the sun had gone down quite a bit. So
You'll see the video when I'm walking out all of the car,
you're like,
all excited, like, wow.
here's the clip. And yeah, so we were able to shoot these scenes, and it actually in the light in the video, it looks like it was all shot like within 5 minutes, but it was shot like maybe in an hour to an hour and a half. So there was a whole lot less light right here, but thankfully through color grading, I was able to make it look like there was a lot more light than there was. So right here was already dark, dude. Like during this scene, there's just a little bit of sun. But yeah, so we cut to this part where Alex realizes who you are, and he pauses. You know that he goes. He's not a hero. He's not just like, oh, I'm gonna help this guy out. I don't care. You know, he actually looked at you dead in the eye and remembered all the shit that your character did to him, and he struggled for a bit. He's like, this guy doesn't deserve my help, but you know what? No, gotta be the bigger man. You know, like he needs my help. So he helped you out, and in an extended scene that did not make the video, you know, you both of you guys became friends, grabbed some coffee. But right here, we just show him. I guess you get your second chance at life, I guess, or you earn your character learns humility the hard way. You get some humility beat into you. I guess
a bit of redemption.
Yeah, at that moment when he picks you up, I guess you learn humility through that scene. And when he picks you up, you learn forgiveness, I guess, you know? And then we get to the final scene. At this point, your character, I didn't want it to be like kind of like a circle where you lose it all and then you regain it. And you're back to square one, right? So in this case, your character goes through all this craziness, and you stay at, you know, being homeless, but you learn what you didn't have before when you had the fancy car, the apartment, all that money. You didn't know how to appreciate things. Now in the video, you learn to appreciate even a cheeseburger that's like 99 cents at McDonald's. Right here, you're looking up at the sky, you know, basically signaling or conveying that you're thanking God. Basically, you're thanking.
We start to see around and look at the positive aspect of like the scenery just there alone. We're looking at the sunset from the river, from the Rio Grande. It was a beautiful night, beautiful sunset, beautiful evening.
Yeah.
So everything about that video.
And it's funny because that was the last thing we shot with you with your homeless look, and then later we shot the parts where you were the asshole. So we shot kind of backwards, you know, first the homeless parts, which took place.
Yeah, I
later
would like shave all his soul off.
Dang, and then right here you're about to take a bite into that one cheeseburger, and who shows up? A wild dog.
To eat my food.
Well, you look at him and you're like, come here, like. You kind of bribe him with your food.
Yeah.
And it just shows that you learn how to share, you know, whereas before you couldn't even share $2 out of like the thousands that your character presumably has. Right now, all you have is one cheeseburger.
I did share my change.
Yeah, pocket change. It was plenty of coins, though. I got to give you that. So it was probably like an equal amount. It was probably more coins than the $2 that you're getting.
Deep down, I had some good in me.
All right. Well, character development right here. At this point, that's all you have. All you have is your little cart with whatever few possessions you have in that burger. And right here, you're sharing your food. And, well, I guess that kind of sets up your character. I don't know if there's going to be a sequel with your character or whatever. That'd be cool to like do like a little like cinematic universe. I don't know. But whatever. It closes on a pretty good note, you know? You don't get back to your old life, but...
I made a new friend.
You made a new friend, and that's your actual dog.
That's my dog. It's my son.
That's Hans's real dog, Niebla. He was a very professional actor, I gotta say, during that shoot.
Star of the video.
The star of the video. It's funny because you were joking about you made this analogy where it would have been a lot more realistic. Obviously, you know, if we had found some old beat up dog, like even my dog right here, which
for those of you guys that know,
here's my dog. So if we had used this one. Like, if he was running in the wild, like, we could have dirtied him up, you know, covered him in mud or whatever. That would have been believable.
That'd be more believable.
But your dog is just so majestic and big, and it looks like he eats well and very clean. So I don't know.
told you, I'm like, should I dirty him up? You know, at least to make him more like, nah, that one.
That one.
And for those of you that know my dog, that I take him everywhere. That was not my idea. I didn't even think he was gonna be on the video at all.
Yeah, I think a lot of the ideas of the video, like literally the whole outline. I was taking a shower once, and then I freaking saw it all, dude. It was like I'm just scrubbing my hair, and then all of a sudden, oh shoot, I know what the video is gonna be. And then I got out of it and wrote it down. And then the idea of the dog too, I thought about that too. I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, that's perfect. You found your friend after all that. You go into the woods, which for the video, I mean, it can be closer and open-ended. So that's it. That's your character arc. If we don't make a sequel, your character had a satisfying end. But it also sets it up to like where we can make a sequel maybe or a film, something, So I don't know. I like that about filmmaking. Your character found his happiness, this inspired, and it's weird, because like, sometimes we think like, man, like how do you not want your stuff back, how are you happy now that you don't have a lot? So that's a little that's that character, and I'm really happy with the music video. At the end, my two songs, Took It For Granted and Eclipse, go together. So Took It For Granted is part 1, Eclipse is part 2. So I kind of did this whole transition where it would connect somehow to Eclipse. In Eclipse, it doesn't have my other music video. Eclipse is just me lost in the mountains. So I guess this was kind of like to tease that, So it's up to the viewer if they want to click to watch the video for Eclipse. You don't have to.
That's a beautiful view, man. Especially with that drone going off from the forest.
Yeah, that
snowy forest.
That music video, we shot it in the mountains in Santa Fe, but that drone shot, I bought it from some website.
I think I mentioned to you, like, right now with all this virus thing going on, even if it's not that same story, like a lot of people did have a regular life. Because I myself have gone through something similar to that, where you have a full-time job, everything's okay, you get your bills paid, and then boom, you get laid off. And dude, the car gets repoed, and then you lose this. Yeah, that happened to me.
Holy
real talk.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, we got some talk to do. That's another video. I was walking my dog in my neighborhood, and there's this restaurant that I like to go to, and they have a nice backyard, and there was one person there, just me and him. So it was kind of like we all kind of forced to talk, really. And then my dog always strikes up a conversation. Like a stranger? Yeah, totally. I'd never seen him before, but he was one of the regulars. He knew the manager of the owner of that restaurant, actually. And we started talking, and he was telling me about what he does, and he has businesses and stuff like that. So he's well off. Now he has a gym. And then I told him about me, what I do. And then I'm still in the mode of like plugging, this is what I've been up to. I'm a musician, I'm in a band. And then you got to see this video, though. I'm always plugging your video. And so he was like checking it out, and like, dude, I was seeing his face, and he was like, he had this serious face, like, you're like, oh, this guy didn't like the video. Yeah, dude, for real, because I've shown it to so many people, like even with my phone, and like, oh snap, cool car. Oh yeah, snap, they get the reaction. Cool.
Oh like, shit, yeah, you're getting your ass whooped.
Yeah, dude, like all kinds of reactions, And this guy was just like
serious,
like sad and serious the whole time. And just put the phone down and just kind of sighed. And he's like, dude, you have no idea how that's my life. That video is basically my life. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, well, right now I'm well off. He lives like in these lofts in downtown, but he was a gambler. And I don't know if the part where he's not much of a good person, but yeah, man, that he lost it all, and he gambled it all, and he ended up being homeless. And then even the owner of the restaurant came up, and he's like saying how the video, and oh yeah, you did end up homeless, huh? Because I guess they knew each other. So that was like a perfect illustration of that, like to a T almost, basically, is how he said it. And wow, so it was perfect timing of when it came out.
Jesus, and just you told me that day, you sent me some voice recordings through, I guess, Instagram messages, and you're like, dude, like, I gotta tell you a story. So this, what you just told me, you had just told me that happened. I was on my lunch break from work, and I was like, dude, what? Like, I was in disbelief, because like, it's the video, the screenplay, I didn't base it on, like a real person, or like a movie, or anything like that. I'm like, all right, so what would be the concept of taking something for granted? So that's that. I never expected for to hear or find somebody that related that closely to it. So when you told me, I'm like, oh shit,
Dude.
that like that's a cool feeling. Like it sucks that happened to him, or like to anybody that happens. But I guess it means that it is grounded in reality, and that it is something that people go through. Like some people.
My brother was like, dude, that's a cool video. Have you made millions already? How much did you make? I'm like, no, dude, film, music industry and film, it's like, dude, no. So please subscribe and share.
Give us your money.
Like and share. La campanita, the little bell.
Yeah. If you're watching this, if you got through this very, very long video, but definitely hit subscribe, hit like, go watch the music video. I got a lot more songs on the way, and of course, a few more roles for you, bro. Because that was fun. I have fun. Did you have fun?
Oh, dude,
making it?
Anything acting, I love it.
It's so fun, dude. We start getting money. We turn into your character, dude. We're all driving our freaking yellow Corvettes, dude. All right, so that was it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this behind-the-scenes look at Took It For Granted. Hanz, tell the people where they can find you, and tell them about your band, dude, so they can go check out your music. This guy makes some sick music. I've gone to a few of your live gigs.
But I do play guitar for a band called the Nankius, and I guess keyboard and sing. It's a Spanglish band that plays pretty much top 40 in English and Spanish, reggae, cumbia, rock, a little bit of everything. The Nankius, that's DENAKIUS on Instagram and Facebook. Hopefully we'll get some gigs before the summer ends, who knows. And also with Scorpio season, sometimes I've been playing drums with them, as you've been playing bass with them. We like to collaborate. That's how we met.
Yeah, we collabed. That's how we met, collabing with our friends at Scorpio Season. So check out all of those guys. Check out the Nankius. Check out Scorpio Season. Follow him at Angel Rocks For You. Follow his band, the Nankius. I'm going to leave links down below. Subscribe to this channel for more music videos. We thank you guys so much. If you sat through this whole video, we had a lot of fun making the Took It For Granted video, looking back on it. And we'll make new stuff coming at you very soon. Thank you once again. My name is Manny from Lost in a Memory.
Hanz Heredia.
Have a good one, guys. Peace.